10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap.
Well, hello. Hola.
Howdy ho.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? How's everybody doing out there in YouTube land? Hey, Leo. Haven't seen you for a few days. Nothing new going on in the world, Leo.
No? Okay.
Yeah, nothing new. It's been a pretty slow, honestly boring weekend. Nothing really to speak of. I don't even know what we're going to talk about tonight because
nothing's been happening.
Nothing's been happening. You know, I mean, I don't know. Did
anything happen over the weekend?
Not that I'm aware of. It seemed like a pretty slow news weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, not even any new movies came out. You know what I mean? Like nothing.
Boring.
Yeah, it was pretty boring. So how was your weekend, Leo?
It was actually horrible. Personally, that's why I haven't been on in a while. I've been dealing with stuff. But,
oh no, what happened? Can you say?
Understandable.
Just family stuff and work stuff.
I'm sorry, man. Jesus, that sucks. And then come to find out, on top of that, nothing happened this weekend.
Yeah,
it's
just like any other weekend. You know, just have a crappy weekend. Just a regular crappy weekend, you know.
It's a regular crappy weekend. You know.
Yay.
Anyway. Hey, audience, what's up? How you guys doing out there? You guys doing good? Doing well, I hope. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend.
For some reason, I'm looking forward to November. For some reason. I don't know.
Really? Just for no apparent reason.
No, it's just November. I don't know, maybe Thanksgiving or something.
Random thoughts.
Yeah.
Just you know what? I bet Thanksgiving's gonna be good.
Yeah.
It's fine. Anyway. Oh man. Well, of course.
I hear the New Year's possibly going to be crazy. So.
Yeah.
I mean, probably. I imagine so. I don't even know. Everybody knows what the hell happened this weekend. There's not really any getting around it. I don't think there's any way without you'd have to be an infant or be dementia riddled. So like my niece doesn't know and Joe Biden doesn't know what happened this weekend.
The death of Richard Simmons. Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough. The death of
man.
Richard Simmons, Dr. Ruth, and what's her face
from 90210.
90210. Shannon Doherty.
Yeah. And a couple of days before that, Shelley Duvall died.
Shelley Duvall died too. So yeah, that's why the weekend was so rough.
Actually, that was kind of rough. That's like a childhood thing that just happened. I was like, damn it.
Shelley Duvall or Richard Simmons?
Really, Richard Simmons.
Richard Simmons.
I was like the 80s, as defined.
Yeah, so like none of us in here are like the target audience or ever has been the target audience for Richard Simmons.
No.
But I've said before, like, I don't know, I just always liked the dude. You know what I mean? You never really saw him other than on those like infomercials or something. But I never had a problem with it. He always seemed like a nice dude. I mean, he seemed ridiculous, but he always seemed like a nice dude.
What I want to know is why he stopped wearing the headband, and why you try to look it up and there's nowhere, that shows him ever wearing a headband except for the Halloween costumes that come out.
I don't know. Now, Richard Simmons died on Saturday, correct?
Yeah, the same day of the shooting.
Okay, so do we know if he was in Pennsylvania at the time? I'm just asking the question because somebody's going to, okay? That's all. Somebody's going to ask the question.
Poor Richard Simmons. He'll always just be remembered.
No, I'm not even talking about like the shooting or anything like that. I'm talking, do we know if he was the guy in the audience? With his MAGA hat on? I'm just saying. No, anyway, everybody knows what the hell happened. Everybody knows. Jesus, I did 2 live chats on it this weekend that went way longer than I planned either one of them to go. But people were very interested and want to talk about it. Obviously, there's other news going on in the world. We'll talk about all kinds of stuff tonight. Yeah, and people in the audience, you got questions or anything like that, feel free to leave them out there. There's also something I'm going to need the audience's help with a little bit later in the show today. I'll get to that later. It's not that important, but some people might be interested. I don't know. But I see people in the chat were talking about Demo Ranch. The fact that the shooter had the Demo Ranch shirt on. Yeah, I saw that. I watched Matt's video today. Which I thought was actually a really good video. I mean,
he didn't say nothing positive for Trump, though.
No, and he's not going to. He's not a political channel. Like, he meant that.
I know that, but he's like, I wish, I'm sorry for the loss of the, person in the audience and the people that are injured. I pray for, speedy recovery, health, and pain, whatever. But he never said that about Trump. So
no, he's not going to. He's never going to say anything about politics. He never has. Well, he has in private. I used to talk to Matt a long time ago. It was a fucking long time ago. Then his channel blew up and he fucking forgot who the fuck I was. But he's never talked about politics publicly and never will. Privately, yes. And I know what his feelings are privately on politics, but not publicly. But unless he's changed drastically since the last time that I had any contact with him. Which I guess could happen, but no, I mean, short of that, I mean, I guess that wasn't anything that stood out to me because he's not going to do that on his channel. But I thought it was a good video. I didn't see anything wrong with it. Thought it was about as calm and reasonable and rational of a video you could put out there, given the situation. You know what I mean? Like, I guess, whatever. I hope he doesn't suffer any like consequences for his YouTube channel for this. He shouldn't. I mean, he didn't do anything. Again, and I mean.
The different story is the court of public opinion.
Was he wearing Levi's jeans? Is people gonna fucking, bitch about Levi's? You know what I mean? Like, it's stupid stuff like that. If he was wearing fucking Converse, would people be bitching to Converse? You know what I mean? So he didn't do anything wrong. You know what I mean? It's not like he sent the dude a shirt personally and wrote a handwritten note and was like, "You go for it. You know what I mean?" You know what I mean? Like, he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just a fucking T-shirt that he sells online. So, dude shouldn't. Hopefully, nothing happens. But knowing YouTube nowadays, fuck, you never know. They could decide to just start fucking with him because of this. So, it's hard to say. But hopefully nothing happens. But obviously, biggest story. This may be okay. Is this like the biggest story in like the last, I don't know, decade? Somebody took a pop shot at a former president and presidential candidate.
Yeah, I
don't know.
would say this.
Okay, I guess it's not the biggest story in the last decade. I mean, COVID is definitely the biggest story in the last decade. That's true. That's true.
Riots.
But it's a significant story. One one of something of which just does not happen very often. So certainly somebody taking a pop shot and actually injuring a president, even if it was just the tip of his ear, is something that does not happen very often. Last time it happened was 1981 with Ronald Reagan. Of course, Ronald Reagan actually got shot, but so it's significant. We talked about it ad nauseum this weekend. There's obviously more we're going to talk about today. I've got a bunch of stories and stuff pulled up because there's more little tidbits and things that have come out and will continue to come out, I'm sure, for a while about this. One thing of note, we still don't know what this dude's motivations were. Granted, it's barely been 48 hours, so that's not unusual. But obviously, with something this high profile, I have seen, more speculation and more digging of dirt on motivations from the media in many, many, many other shootings and things that have happened in the past. And we got a lot more information in 48 hours than so far we've gotten on this guy in 48 hours. Is that, some people are saying that's because the media doesn't care. They don't want to put his motivations out there. I have no problem believing that, given the nature of what's going on. I mean, look, the point blank of this is that I don't know what this dude's personal political views were, and I don't think any of us do, on all the different things that you can sit here and talk about. Look at all the left-wing and right-wing issues. Was this guy pro or anti-gay marriage? Was this guy pro or, anti-abortion? Was this guy pro or anti-religion? Was this guy pro or anti-socialized healthcare? We can go through the list. We don't know what all his political beliefs were. We just know one. He didn't like Donald Trump. We know that one. That's about the most that we can say at the moment, because the information that has come out about him, the vast majority of it's been absolute bullshit. And what little has come out that has been confirmed or verified is so, unimportant. Maybe not unimportant, but certainly not anything that you could use to lead to any particular conclusion about who this person was and what things they believed in enough to try and take out a former president and current nominee for president. So, I mean, we know he was registered as a Republican when he registered to vote at 18 years old, or I think he actually technically registered when he was 17. But and we know he donated once to a left-wing campaign. That's really all we know. We knew that. We knew that within a few hours after the shooting. We knew that yesterday, and that's still all we know today. Those are the only things we know for certain, as far as anything that would clue people into his political leanings to this degree to be able to, say, well, I believe in X, Y, and Z enough to take out a presidential candidate. Other than that, we don't know much, and I'm wondering if, given the nature of what happened and who Donald Trump is and the type of person that you likely have to be to truly dislike Donald Trump this much, if the powers that be in the media are just not really going to dig in and try and find out who this person was. I mean, look, to this day, we are over a year out from the whole trans shooting thing, right? It's been well over a year. And other than some leaks that were purely by accident, that, by the way, didn't happen until 6-7 months after the shooting, the media hasn't said anything. You've had a couple articles on Fox News and things, but they haven't. Nobody's really come out and said, oh, hey, here's the transcript of some social media account, or we know, I got dinged for it on Facebook, we know there were actual writings that the shooter had put out there that you're restricted on all media platforms from talking about or sharing photos of. I got dinged on Facebook. I still don't have my all my privileges back on Facebook because of that from something I posted last year. So what are the chances that they do the same thing with this? And we just never know, because nobody ever digs into it. And if somebody ever does find something and it doesn't point to the right conclusion, they bury it. You know, what they want to show here, what the media in mass, I think, wants to see here is that this dude is a Republican who hated Donald Trump. And he was such a good Republican that he hated Donald Trump because Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. And if whatever they find on this kid doesn't lead to that conclusion, I feel like they're just going to bury it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's typical life.
You know, there's not much motivation in the media to go out there and actually find out who this person is. Hopefully other people do. Hopefully alternative media sources. And there are some big ones out there. You know, do some investigations and get some information onto who this person is, regardless of if it is. Maybe it really was. Maybe this was somebody who was a Republican, and he's one of these Lincoln Project Republican motherfuckers that hates Donald Trump and thinks Donald Trump is the next coming of fucking, I don't know, Hitler or whatever the fuck it is. Maybe he was that, but I don't know. But even if he was that, I want to know. I think we all need to know if that's what that was. So hopefully somebody will uncover some actual information. But again, I'm not holding my breath on this at this point, you know. So I do got a couple super chats coming in here. Preston Garvey dropped one in. Says Richard Simmons knew too much about the Trump shooter. So yeah, that's maybe Richard Simmons found out beforehand. That's why they took him out earlier in the day.
They tried stopping him.
You know. David Jones dropped in a super chat, says JD, Porter Marine to Harvard grad, author America. Yeah, so JD Vance, this was a story we're going to talk about anyway, might as well. JD Vance, who I am mildly familiar with. Like, I was aware he was a human being that had something to do with politics. But is he a congressman or a senator? I can't remember anymore. He's one of the two.
I think he's senator.
Senator, there you go. But he's not anyone that has ever popped up on my radar to any extent. You know, like I don't know, Thomas Massey or some of these other people out there that, you know, Rand Paul. You know, some of these people out there that have popped up in ways in which we've talked about them many, many times because they come out and talk about the Constitution or liberty or freedom or anything like that. So I've heard the name JD Vance. I'm half wondering if it's because isn't JD Vance a thing, like a company too?
I want to say so.
Yeah, JD Vance is like a company. And
maybe
so
like a mortgage company or something.
I'm going to look it up because I think it is. I can't remember. But I've heard the name like JD Vance before. And it's not now every time I type in JD Vance. It's just this dude. It's 100% this dude everywhere, all over Google. So it's not going to give me anything. But I feel like I've heard that name before that had probably nothing to do with this dude. And then when this dude had on occasion maybe come across my radar for something or another, that was what I remembered was, oh, there's a dude who has the same name as this other thing that I've heard of. So I don't know much about him, to be honest. If you guys out there have any stories or any like kind of biography breakdowns on this guy that would give us some more information. I mean, his name started popping up again about a month ago in relation specifically to whether or not he was going to be Trump's VP pick. But again, he's like one of many senators in this country from a state that I'm not a citizen of. So I don't know a lot about him. Some people I have seen responses to this are very, very happy that this dude got picked. I've also seen some people, also, Trump voters, that were very, very upset by this pick. I don't know which is the right direction to go because I just don't know much about this dude. So, I guess we'll find out. I'll try and do some more digging. Obviously, with everything going on this weekend, worrying about who is JD Vance was like one of the least things I was concerned with over the weekend.
Yeah, right. But at least it wasn't Pence this time.
Yes, at least it wasn't Pence. Because like when Pence got elected or got picked back in 2016, the first thing I did was make a video saying this was a dumb idea, which is probably still on YouTube.
JD Power. That could be
is JD Power what I'm thinking of? Maybe that's what it is. JD Power is what I'm thinking of instead of JD Vance. That's what it is. I bet you that's what it is. Yeah. And that's why this dude JD Vance fucking popped into my head. It made me think of JD Power. I don't know. Thank you, Sith for Life. I think you're right. I think that's what it is. JD Power and Associates. For some reason, JD Vance makes me think of JD Power because JD Vance doesn't sound like a name. It sounds like a company.
Yes.
It doesn't sound like a dude's fucking name. Maybe that's what I've been thinking of. Thank you, Sith for Life. I appreciate that. I think you just nailed it on the head. Yeah. So I don't know much about this dude. Again, some people love it. Some people are upset about this. Isn't he from Ohio? I think, if I remember correctly, he's the senator from Ohio. So we talked about it a couple times in the last couple of weeks when we've been speculating about, Donald Trump's VP candidate. But yeah, honestly, I don't know shit. Is anybody in here? Is this a good choice, a bad choice? Does anybody else in here, either you three, know who this dude is? Have any information on who this dude is?
No, not really.
No idea.
Yeah.
Other than I think he's Ohio?
Yeah, I think he's from Ohio. I don't know him. He's never popped up on radio. Like a lot of congressmen and senators from time to time, when they speak out enough about things in Congress or on the Senate floor or anything like that, you get some of their speeches in your news feeds, and so you start to learn who they are, even if they're not from your state. You know what I mean?
JD Vance considered, for Speaker of the House? Weren't they talking about maybe possibly him?
I have no idea. No clue. Maybe. Again, before his name popped up as a potential VP candidate, I fucking don't I don't remember shit about him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really know much. So I don't know if this is good or bad. I'm sure there's plenty of people who say it's good and plenty of people say it's bad. I guess in the end, we'll have to wait and see. I'm curious. I'm assuming at this point he'll have at least one VP debate against Kamala Trump, in which a fucking chimpanzee could make her look stupid at this point. So right. I'm not really concerned. I'm sure this dude will do just fine against her. And I know nothing about him, but I think anybody could do good against Kamala Harris.
Only person I can think of right now that would, know a lot about him would be obviously Ohio, because he's there.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I got another super chat here. Let me catch this other super chat here. MSB 9021 says, "See my chat. YouTube censored it in a super chat. Anyway, here you go." Okay. Where's your chat? Let me find it here.
There's going to be more of that coming up. More censorship.
Oh, I'm 100% positive.
Yeah, YouTube censored me on Honda's chat the other night.
What? Last night?
Yeah.
Fucking stupid. Where's your chat, dude? MSB, where's your chat? I'm looking before, I don't see anything. Now I'm looking afterwards, I don't see anything. I don't see it. They're still censoring it, I guess, because I don't see anything.
No, and all I said was, I think it's a good idea if you take public transportation to put on a mask. but that's because of the various smells.
Okay.
And they censor that for some reason.
That's stupid. Okay, here we go. He dropped it in. Got to hand it to Trump. He picks a running mate where all he has to do is change 2 letters on the signs and shirts. I mean, it's true. It's true. I don't know why it wouldn't let you post that. That seems dumb. I wonder if it's anything with the name Trump in it right now. If they're just censoring, I don't know.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, there's more information, more things I want to go over tonight about stuff we have learned here and there when it comes to what happened. There's this news story that was posted up. This was on News Nation. News Nation Now. Who the fuck is News Nation Now? Is this another news channel? I've never heard of this one. Anyway, it says News for All America. This is the first I'm hearing of it. But I don't know if they're exclusively a YouTube channel. Fucking somebody tell me what the hell's going on here. Anyway, so this story popped off today. And by the way, this wasn't the only place that I'd seen it. It was just the best description of what had happened. So here we go. Let's check this out.
Now, Evan, you just spoke to FBI officials on the scene near the suspect's home. What did they tell you?
Hey, Anna, we're actually waiting right now, momentarily, any moment, to get an update from senior FBI officials into this investigation. So I don't have any of that to report out at this point yet. But what we are learning, and this is pretty big according to some of the latest reporting coming out on this, several law enforcement officials are telling the AP that a local officer actually encountered the shooting suspect on the top of that building that he's accused of shooting from, climbed up onto the roof. This was after being...
By the way, you can say the roof he shot from, not the roof he's accused of shooting from. We've literally all seen his dead body on top of the roof after the snipers got it. So anyway, whatever. We'll let him keep talking.
Being flagged down by bystanders who saw that suspect climb up there, and that officer apparently went up onto the roof, and the suspect pointed his rifle at the officer, and that officer reportedly retreated, giving the suspect the opportunity to shoot his rifle at former President Trump. So that is one of the big things that we are learning. That's in the latest reporting, according to the Associated Press. We are also learning more, Anna, about the victims in this situation. And now all 3 of them have now been named. This, according to the Pennsylvania governor's office.
So real quick, let's talk about that first part there. So not only did the dude make it on top of the roof by himself, get up there, go prone, get the shot off, all that stuff. But at some point in the minutes, presumably, before this happened, a cop also got up on the roof. Presumably he wasn't crawling in prone, probably got up there, walked up there, and, was had a gun pointed at him and shoot away at some point. And at no time did any Secret Service agent see any of this shit go down. At the same time, people are yelling that there's a dude on a roof with a gun 150 yards away from Donald Trump.
That's why that cop, from what my understanding is, he carried the ladder over, climbed up to do his thing, and people were pointing at it, and the cop climbed up the ladder to, see what was going on and had the firearm pointed at him. And then the cop was like, nope, not having any part of this. So he ducked down. And that's, a few seconds later, that's when the Secret Service did their thing after he took a shot.
It was a whole 2 minutes and 1 second. 1 second.
This is a lot of shit to have happened that no Secret Service agent saw or heard anything that made them get on the radio and say, hey, maybe you should get the president off the stage. At not one point You know what I mean?
The police did see him. They was yelling for over 2 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So all this stuff was going on. You had police interaction with the guy. You had people in the crowd yelling. You had all this stuff going on, and at no point did not so much as one Secret Service agent get on his fucking radio and say, "Hey, get the president off the stage right now." That seems a little fucked up and suspicious. Is it just that much incompetence?
Yeah, put it on the table.
You know what I mean? Like, that's fucking crazy. That is it that level of incompetence within the Secret Service that all of that was allowed to happen? You know what I mean?
That seems very implausible.
It does, doesn't it? It seems implausible that for all this shit going on, people said they were yelling because they saw the guy climb onto the roof with a rifle and then belly crawl with the rifle, and they're yelling the whole time to the point that, as we know now, a cop actually climbed up there with him, had time to get the gun pointed at him, had time to retreat. All this shit happened, and not one fucking Secret Service agent did anything. Just all you had to do is get on the radio. We have a situation 150 yards away from the president. Get the president off the stage until we figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Think about it. 2 minutes is a long time. Like, that's a really long time.
Yes.
Yeah,
it is.
Something like that. I think the more important question is, why wasn't Secret Service manning that fucking building to begin with? Why was it not already covered?
Yeah, that's what everybody asking, because that's literally it was literally a direct line of sight to him. Direct. Yeah. And they cover
very
all
suspicious
those
there why they didn't do that.
It's not suspicious if you have a peanut-sized brain. It's
I
obviously
understand.
set up.
I'm just trying to stay PC.
No, I know. It's obviously a setup.
Yeah.
And it had to been a lot of them in on it. More than 2 or 3, maybe 4 people.
So
it had to been at least half of them in on it.
And here's more information that's come out. Okay, here's another article. It says, local police officers notified former president's Secret Service detail they were looking for a suspicious person in the area. The suspicious person, later identified as Thomas Crooks, 20, was first flagged to local police by rally goers on their way to the event. The attendees reported they saw Crook pacing and behaving strangely near the magnometers. Don't know what those are. Are those just fucking speakers? I don't know.
Metal detectors?
Local police officers began pursuing Crooks on foot. This is before he gets on the roof, by the way. Okay. During the pursuit, the U.S. official said local police told the Secret Service they were looking for a suspicious person near the event. It's not clear what time the Secret Service was notified and whether it was before Trump took the stage on the grounds. But so local cops flagged down by the crowd who saw a suspicious person and then watched him get on the roof. But before he had gotten on the roof, local cops were already looking for him because they had been told by multiple people there's this suspicious looking dude. He still had time to get on the roof, another cop to come by, get a ladder, go up there, be confronted by him, get shooed away, and then him to take the shot. So now we're not just talking 2 minutes. We're not just talking 2 minutes.
Yeah,
and they alerted the fucking Secret Service. This would have been before he even got on the roof. They knew there was a suspicious person in the crowd and told the Secret Service. And the Secret Service did nothing. They didn't delay the president getting on stage. If he was already on stage, they didn't get him off stage. So, again, the question is this massive, massive incompetence or something else?
How long was Trump speaking for?
It was like 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah, it was a little over 5 minutes, I think.
So it was at the beginning. Yeah, they could have delayed him.
So yeah, they could have delayed him, even if they didn't find out till he was already on stage, just pull him off stage real quick. That's your fucking job as Secret Service. You know what? We got to get you off stage for a minute, Mr. President. We have a situation. We need to figure out what's going on. Somebody comes out, tells the crowd, hey, we got a situation. Everybody stay seated. We're going to get this worked out. If everything works out okay, the president will be back on stage in a few minutes. You know what I mean? So, a lot of weird shit going on leading up to this. A lot of weird shit. Now, we've also got, let's see, sources tell NBC. Well, let's listen to the clip here.
New information for you. A senior Secret Service source familiar with the planning of yesterday's event tells NBC News that the roof where the shooter was located was a well-known, high-priority vulnerability. It was identified just the day before during a security walkthrough. We've also just learned that there were 2 counter-sniper teams on site and that the counter-sniper did not need approval to shoot. One source telling NBC News that prior protocols were not followed. The FBI now says the alleged shooter, 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks, appears to have acted alone. This all provides new context for the shocking scene last night in Butler, Pennsylvania, already burned into our collective.
So, yeah, now there's even more. Not only before the cops fucking get pulled in by the crowd and are chasing this dude through the crowd, apparently, and then he gets on the roof, and then the cop confronts him on the roof, and then points a gun at him, and then takes the shot. Now, they already knew. The Secret Service have come out and said they already knew that was a vulnerable point, a high priority point. So now
that means they purposely. That literally means they purposely didn't do anything about it.
They purposely, for whatever reason, because they're too stupid or because it was intentional, for whatever reason, they purposefully did not go and secure this area that they knew had a high priority. That was a vulnerable spot in their fucking security.
Yeah, and that's literally what I said, because that's a perfect line of sight. That's what that's one of the first areas that you cover. Period.
That's just not incompetency. That's deliberate.
Yeah, that's very plainly deliberate.
Yeah. So now we're not talking 2 minutes. We're not talking 5 minutes. We're not talking 15 minutes. We're talking the day before the rally. The incompetence or whatever it was started.
Yep.
The day before, 24 hours before, when they're securing the area. All right. Now this is the 7 minutes, 21 seconds before the shot. This is them.
That's when I left office. That was the lowest point, and that comes right from the...
Already looking down the scope, 42 seconds before he makes the shot. He does not adjust his rifle.
Government services, comes right out of Border Patrol. Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest.
He raised it. Now he just raised his head up off the scope. Now, presumably, the reason you would do that, if anybody in here, which we all have, has ever used a scoped rifle, it's you think you see something, but you need a better picture. You need to get out of that tunnel vision of the scope. Okay? So you need to get out of that tunnel vision for a second to kind of assess what the fuck you're looking at, and then you get back on scope. And that's what he's doing. Now he's back on scope.
Immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And, you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
So, again, you can see, even though he did come up off the scope twice, for whatever reason, his gun never moved. He never reassessed. He was looking in the direction that he eventually fires in. Okay? So there's that. Then there's these pictures that came out. Now, I think these pictures are very misleading. They've been floating around on the internet to prove that the FBI, or excuse me, the Secret Service did nothing wrong, and how could they have possibly seen the shooter? That's what these pictures are floating around online, are essentially a defense of the Secret Service. There's one great flaw with these pictures. Let's look at the pictures first. You look, say, oh, he would have maybe his head and a little bit of rifle would have been in this little red box that you guys can barely see the red box. This is a picture taken directly from the sniper, from the rifle. Okay, get a little bit better of a shot, close up. Okay, there's that red box. So we come back over here. See that red box right there? That's where he was. Okay. They're saying, oh, look, you can't see that from here. Okay, but the dude's got a fucking scope, and that's only 150 yards. Right. And so the only way, so I don't know, apparently this was put out by this, what is this? This is a repost from someone, Artie Sims, Long Range Tactics Podcast. I don't know if they posted these pictures or whoever the fuck Artie Sims is, but somebody out there is trying to defend this. And I guess assume that anybody who looks at this has never shot a rifle with a scope before. That tiny box you can barely see anything doesn't mean a fucking thing when you have a scope on your rifle, especially given the kind of scopes that fucking Secret Service has. God knows what the power was on that fucking scope, but I guarantee you it wasn't a fucking 3-9 by 30. Okay? That fucking little teeny tiny box would have been this goddamn big in that fucking dude's face looking through that fucking scope. Okay? Yep. And that's just fucking me with my fucking 5-12 by 50 that I have on my 30-06. That 150 yards would have been fucking huge. I would have been able to see the fucking sweat on this dude's face with one of my scopes at 150 fucking yards. Okay? So don't give me that bullshit. Whoever the fuck these people are that are trying to fucking defend it and say, oh, no, there's no way they could have seen that. They think you're a fucking moron because these pictures clearly are not being viewed through a fucking scope. These are just pictures standing by the rifle. That's all this is. So you see these pictures floating around online. These pictures are fucking bullshit and don't prove anything. Okay? So I just thought I'd point that shit out because it's fucking ridiculous at this point. Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, I just said, yep.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you were going to say something. More video coming out. And there's going to be more and more and more and more and more because everybody has a fucking cell phone. So I'm sure tons of stuff will come out. But here's another one.
He was doing the job. I wouldn't even be doing this. I'd be at some beautiful place.
Look, they're all pointing.
Says, look, they're all pointing. They're all pointing to someone.
Off of the roof. Look. There he is right there. Right there. See him? He's laying down. See him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
And Scott, I'm here with you fighting like hell to get a Senate.
What's happening?
And to make sure we take back the White House, because if we do, we're going to make America better than ever before. We're going to make it.
Yeah, look.
There he is.
Because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. Dangerous people. Criminals. We have criminals.
He's
we
on
have
the roof. He's right.
dealers. We have people that
Right
should not be
here.
here.
Right on the roof.
It's much tougher than
He went right on the roof. We got.
He was doing the job. I wouldn't even be doing this.
Again, everything that's coming out about this is proving that, again, call it massive fucking incompetence, call it whatever the fuck you want. Something's going on here. And the more and more we see about it, the less it seems like massive fucking incompetence. I'm not the conspiracy theory guy. I mean, I am to an extent. I guess to dumb people, I'm a conspiracy theorist, but I'm not like Honda level conspiracy theorist. You know what I mean? He's like all in there, but I'm sorry. There's some really, really fucking fishy shit going on here right now. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A conspiracy theory is just a theory until it's proven. And how many times has a conspiracy theory been wrong of late? I can't really recall very many at all, if at all.
Not most of them ended up coming true. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I'm surprised they haven't scrubbed all these videos yet, like they did the Las Vegas shooting. Because after like 3 days with the Las Vegas shooting, you couldn't even find people's cell phone footage.
Yeah. And they actually mentioned the other day in one of the press conferences, I'm like, holy shit, they actually acknowledge it again.
Well, I heard some stuff is getting scrubbed off because they don't want you to know more about the shooter himself.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Yeah, did you see that he was? So the crazy thing is, they said that he was a registered Republican.
Mhm.
Yeah. And did you see that he did a commercial for BlackRock?
Well,
he was
we
involved
talked
with
about this
BlackRock.
already. He was one of
Oh,
many people in the background of a commercial for BlackRock at his local high school. Like,
Oh,
there were a
gotcha.
lot of people in that video that had nothing to do with him. He was 16 or 17 when that happened. He was just another kid in class.
Gotcha.
That doesn't have anything to do with it. It's not like he was the person that the commercial was about, or he had some special part in this commercial. The BlackRock, for whatever reason, wanted to shoot this commercial in a classroom, and they were talking to the teacher. They weren't even talking to the students. He was just a student in the class.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
the school let them film a commercial there. So that to me doesn't have anything to do with anything. So
Yeah, probably not. But it said he donates to Back to Blue.
yeah,
Or
well,
something
was
like
it?
that, or Blue Line or some shit
Yeah,
like that.
it's
Some anti-vax shit.
what's the name of it? Turning Blue, I think is what it's called, or something. It's
Yeah,
a
something
left
like
wing
that.
progressive cause,
Yeah.
and this is why I said at the beginning of the
That's why
chat,
he's
for
not
people
freaking
that weren't
Republican.
watching at the beginning of the chat, in the 48 hours, we've basically still only know the same things we knew about him 48 hours ago after the shooting. Once it got released who he was, which is when he was 18, or I think he was 17 when he registered to vote. He registered as a Republican, and like a year before that, he had donated to a left-wing cause. So and those two things don't mean shit. He donated $15 to a cause when he was in high school. We don't know why. He registered as a Republican when he turned 18, which, by the way, for people that live in states where you have to register, doesn't mean a fucking thing. Okay? I know incredibly liberal people who fucking are registered as Republicans. So neither one of those things means jack shit. We still do not know what political motivations this guy had. We don't know what his political leanings were on any particular political policy or anything like that. We only know he didn't like Donald Trump enough to try and shoot him and kill him. That's what we know.
There's also another video too where I guess he was screaming at Republicans. I don't know if it was about abortion or some other type of
No,
whatever.
that was already debunked. That's not him. I've got a story on that one here. It's right here, yelling "slash Republicans' throats." This was in 2020 at Arizona State University. He's not old enough. He's never been to Arizona. He
He'd have
wasn't
been only 16.
20. Yeah, he was. He would have been. Well, no, he's 20. Well, yeah, so he would have been 15 or 16 years old at the time. He would not have been attending University of Arizona. So that one's been debunked. That one's not true. It was some dude who kind of looked like him from the pictures we've seen, but it wasn't him. So again, at this point, political motivations, we don't fucking know. I mean, he could have registered Republican because his family was registered as Republicans. You know what I mean? Or because he intentionally, I know people who've done this as well, who he intentionally wanted to vote in like primaries and things. There's a lot of people on the right who do that. They register as a Democrat so they can vote in Democrat primaries, not to vote in the general election, but to vote in the primary, because they can vote for what they think is the worst candidate to go against whoever the Democrat is that they like. There are Republicans who do that. There are Democrats who do that. That's a common thing. He could have just voted, or he could have just registered as Republican because his family was Republican, and that's how they all registered. As far as the donation goes, it was a $15 donation when he was like 16. He could have done it because it was part of a school project and they were having everybody donate to some cause. Like literally, that is something that happens in high school classes. You know what I mean? So these two things that we know about this dude mean jack shit. They mean fuck all. Okay? We do not know enough about this dude to make determinations on what his political leanings were. Again, all we know for a fact is he hated Donald Trump enough to try and kill him. That's what we know.
I just want to know, why is it always Republican presidents that's trying to get almost this off or off?
Well, the last couple have been Republican. Then you go back to JFK. Before
JFK
that, I'm
was
trying to remember.
basically a Republican, though.
I mean, by today's standards, he was totally a fucking Republican.
Yeah.
I mean, back
Like,
then, that was still
far right.
blue collar Democrat. You know,
Yeah.
Can I pose a question in the group here?
Of course.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being crazy guy and 10 being MK Ultra plant, where would you put this one? Where would you guys put this one as of right now with the information you got?
I mean, as far as
I've got to lean towards just crazy dude, because there's no evidence that he was an MK Ultra motherfucker. I mean, from my understanding, this dude wasn't even like in college or anything.
Matt, are you serious? You just, everything that we just talked about just proved that he wasn't just some random crazy guy. Because if it was just some random crazy guy, he'd have been shot before he got a shot off.
Well,
he probably wasn't an MK Ultra plant, but he was definitely part of the plan that day to off Trump.
Well, okay. Well, when you say MK Ultra, I'm thinking a dude who's been radicalized and has some sort of military training, and this dude had none of those. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
Now,
I just use that as a reference because it's kind of like the upper end of the scale.
Is it? I mean, dude, this dude was not fucking trained by anybody who knew what the fuck they were doing.
He was probably
150 yards away with a scoped AR-15 and decided to take a pop shot at the fucking, president's head. Nobody would do that. You would shoot center mass repeatedly. If you look at him on top of that roof, if you look at the way he's crawling around up there, if you look at how he's acting, he's in a no. This dude had no fucking training. He was a dumbass. Dude, I could have made that shot at 16 years old the second time I went fucking hunting. And I wouldn't have aimed for his fucking head, okay? And I could have done it with a fucking bolt action fucking, 223 rifle. This dude was not trained. I'm sorry. This was not 150 yards with a scoped fucking rifle. Dude, this was not a difficult shot.
Yeah, that's the one thing I agree with.
This was not a fucking difficult shot.
I'll even go against you on the whole. He probably could aim headshot because it's only 150 yards. It ain't like he was going 500.
I mean, true, but then to fucking miss every other fucking shot. If you are trained, you don't miss your second shot. If for one reason or another you don't. Look how long Trump fucking stood up.
Are we?
Okay? Yeah, he stood up for another 3 shots.
He was up for a solid. He was up
Another
for
3
after after the first 3 shots are heard and he grabs his ear. That fucking shooter's had all that time. 5 seconds at least. 6 seconds. Now I don't know how many people out there understand how fucking long that is when you're prone and you are on fucking target, not moving. If you have any experience at all, that is more than enough time to get off multiple shots center mass. If you've missed a headshot because you were dumb enough to take a headshot, if you've missed a fucking headshot, you can get off several more shots, especially with a semi-automatic rifle, in that time frame. And
Are we certain it was scoped? I mean, the pictures I saw were all just blurry. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was.
I'll say this: he would be an idiot if he did not have a scope.
It didn't look like it.
I haven't seen the right. I'll be honest. I haven't seen the rifle close enough to make that determination. However, the reports I have seen said it did have a scope on it. So that I don't know. I'm assuming it did because that's what the reports are saying.
Is this going to be another campaign to ban AR-15s now? It's coming up.
I mean, there always is, and they will use this, yes. I don't think this will be any bigger of a push than normal. Like I don't think you're going to see fucking Biden and all of Democrat Congress come out pushing for a bill that they wouldn't have pushed for anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So because of the fact that this was done against Trump. So
have you seen the reports that actually we were talking a while ago, it's 150 yards away. I've been seeing people say that it's actually more like 130, so it's even less distance, which would have made it even more.
I mean, I don't know. The number I saw was 152 yards. That's the exact number I've seen repeated. So, but I don't know. Obviously, that was, again, this information is constantly changing. So
yeah,
that may have been something that one news agency pulled off of fucking Google Maps, and and that was repeated over and over again. But once people actually got there and started investigating the actual site, they realized, oh no, actually it's more like 130. So I don't know. It's certainly within 150 yards. We know that.
Can I play devil's advocate real quick?
Yes. Wait. Real quick. Hold that thought. Let me get this super chat here. Patriot in the Dark says, I heard he had the hots for Jodie Foster. This is true. This is true. He did. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
So, all right. So let's just say theoretically he was using open sights and there was something on a 16-inch, M forgery. So, your sight radius isn't that long. It's a windy day and you have an 8x8 box that's moving around back and forth. And you just barely missed it. I mean,
that would make much more sense, but would also back up the fact that this dude had no fucking training. If he would go up on that roof without a fucking scope to ensure that he would hit his target. So again, to me, I've seen absolutely nothing that tells me this dude had any fucking training whatsoever, other than stuff he's probably done.
His scope could have been off.
Well, I was gonna say
too.
that's what the most time I've been seeing a lot of people, like most of these shooters going on, have no sense of training or don't know shit about guns. I'm like, we got better calibers that you couldn't even miss a shot from that distance or don't even drop that far.
Yes. I mean, a professional would have used, honestly, if this dude had any training at all, I wouldn't have used a fucking AR-15 if I was this psychotic. I would have used a 308 bolt gun.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Even if it was semi or not. I have some of those.
It wouldn't fucking matter. But, I would not have used a fucking AR-15. Again, everything I have seen points to this dude not having any official training in any capacity whatsoever. And anybody who's going to be fucking put up there by, the powers that be, George Soros, whoever the fuck it is, you know what I mean? Is going to have some fucking training. And again, any of us in here, I think we've all been hunting and shot, bucks and shit at, or hogs or whatever at 150 yards or 250 yards, could have made that shot center mass in a human-sized target all day long.
Dude, when I was about 10, 11 years old, I was shooting an SKS, on the Brazos, 250 feet away. And I was shooting shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This was not a difficult shot for anybody who's ever just even casually been hunting in their life. You know what I mean? This was not a difficult shot. It wouldn't even be a difficult shot with an AR-15, to be honest. However, if you had any training, you wouldn't use a fucking AR-15 for what he's trying to do. You don't need a fucking gun that's going to give you 30 rounds. You know what I mean? You don't need that at all, right? Like you're not worried. Like you're not worried about, I need to get off 30 rounds. Is blah 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 whatever. Like no, you need one, maybe two good shots that are going to be right where you need them to be. Again, and I'm repeating myself here, but I've seen absolutely fuck all that tells me this dude had any fucking clue what he was doing. So,
yeah, if he had a scope, it was just off. It had to have just been kind of.
Now, here's the fun thing, because I'm like, especially with the new calibers we got out right now, I started learning more about 8.6 blackout. I'm like, that's a fucking devastating round. You ain't even got to try.
Yeah,
just put a suppressor on it, boom, and nobody ain't gonna hear that stuff for good, man.
Unless this dude was one of these supposed groomed by the FBI to do something, and they just well, let's hope he does what we want him to do. Then okay, I guess maybe.
Yeah, see, that's what I was kind of curious about. The fact,
that's possible.
how the shooter in Uvalde had all those expensive guns and all that ammunition when they couldn't afford it. I wonder if something's true in this sense as well.
Oh, and we don't know yet because they verified. So, well, what I've seen verified so far, and I saw this, I should have pulled this article up, but I didn't. The rifle was purchased by his dad 11 years ago, and he bought a 50-round box of ammunition that morning.
Oh.
So he did not.
That was probably his first time going out shooting. That was
he
his
did
first
not
time,
have
probably.
a ton of ammunition, and the gun was not something he had just purchased. It was his dad's that was purchased back in 2015. Okay,
Matt, you're ruining my conspiracy theories.
I know, but I get it. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I mean, it was kind of obvious there. I mean, I was talking to my coworker about this. One of my new coworkers that worked with me. He used to work in the LAX airport. They used to have a shooting over there. He said that guy who was starting shooting up people over there, he carried more than fucking 50 rounds. So we were all like, 50 rounds? That's it? That's like a box of ammo.
Mm-hmm.
But if you talk that to the View, they feel like that's too much ammo.
Well, and again, we don't know that that's all the ammo he had, but they have confirmed that he did buy 50 rounds of ammo that morning. So it's presumed that's why he bought the ammo, obviously. But that's not a lot of ammo. Fuck all. Like no.
I mean, for one person, that's plenty of ammo. If you just want me to take out one specific person, that's plenty.
Yes,
of ammo.
and again, like I said, I mean, the amount of ammo he had. You look at everything going on here. This was a dude who did not expect to like fucking get away with doing this and like shoot his way out, unless he was a fucking moron, which again leads to him having no fucking training. So again, he thinking he was 50 rounds. What are you going to do with 50 rounds? Like that's a mag and a half. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to shoot your way out of a heavily fucking armed with state police, local police, and Secret Service area like that. So you're not really thinking about getting away at that point if 50 rounds is all you fucking bought. So why did you use an AR-15? Why not use a fucking bolt gun? A hunting rifle would have done a better job. Again, I'm glad he did. I'm glad the president didn't die. It sucks that somebody else did fucking die, and I think two other people did get injured, and that's awful. But obviously, if he had a bolt gun, it could have been way worse. So everything I've seen, nothing points to him being any kind of fucking, plant or trained in any way or anything whatsoever. Because
this whole scenario
he was fucking acting retarded, man. What he did for what he wanted to do, any one of us in here could, given the opportunity, imagine. You're given the opportunity, and you can get on a roof 150 yards away from somebody you wanted to kill with no interference whatsoever by the dudes with large fucking, select fire guns and fucking Kevlar and the 300 Win Mag fucking sniper rifles, and they're just gonna leave you the fuck alone, right? Because they're all in on it, right?
Sounds
would
like
any
Chicago.
of us have done what he did? I don't think any of us would have done that. None of us would have done that. So, I at this point, I may buy. I'm starting to see some weird shit going on with the Secret Service. I see nothing strange about this dude, that leads me to believe he was in on anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, the Secret Service, I don't think really necessarily dropped the ball because they didn't have the ball to begin with. Because, it may have been planned. I don't know. There's no evidence of that yet.
Yeah.
It's just all around fucking suspicious. That building wasn't protected all around. Then you got these fucking dumbass Secret Service that are basically midgets compared to Trump trying to shield him. I'm like, what the fuck? And y'all are taking him immediately off stage by picking him up and running?
Not even, they weren't just small. They were shaped like Oompa Loompas.
I know.
How can you get on Secret Service shaped like that?
Yeah.
No. What gets me is like me and my buddy, we work as security. So I'm like, shit, y'all should have gave us that fucking job. I'm like, damn, y'all fumbling with your guns and doing all types of
shit.
I'm
more worried
like,
about, oh my God, I can't get my glasses back on.
Yeah.
And those people get
let me
paid, I think,
these-
6 figures or more.
Let me get these super chats here. Go Shout says, read my previous comment. He said, I've seen a state cop totally miss target at 7 yards with over 50% of his shots in an indoor range. So even trained people can be shitty shots. True. I mean, that is true. I mean,
you got to understand.
I think that has. I think it has less to do with
cops that don't train either.
He
So
hit his
it's like,
I mean,
his
I don't think one necessarily has anything to do with the other. Because again, if you were like, look, okay, if you have gone to the trouble as some shadow entity, right, to pull a kid out and set him up to assassinate somebody, and you give him a rifle and like all the things that would go into doing that, that is not the same level of incompetence that goes into a cop fucking with a handgun missing 50% of their shots at 7 yards. Those cops are fucking morons and tards.
Right.
Okay? They like to say they've been trained, but most of them maybe once a year fire their weapons. You would not send a dude, if you were setting up a conspiracy, you wouldn't send a dude who's only fired his gun once in the last fucking year. You know what I mean?
Matt, maybe this is what happened. Okay, he was maybe somewhat trained in the range a little bit. Maybe not out that far. Oh, shit. Hold on. I got to take care of something.
I have a question real quick.
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet because I just only learned about it before the chat. But have you seen the Dan Bongino 4-minute video that he put out about this?
I have not. No, if somebody's got a link to it, maybe we can watch it. But I haven't seen it. No.
And I heard that he just broke it down, on point. So,
no, I haven't seen it yet. Another super chat here from Daniel says Trump just came out at RNC. If you want to watch, oh, he did.
I thought he wasn't supposed to be there until.
No, well, no, I knew he was coming out. Let's see. We'll do this. We'll do RNC live, and let's go to who would actually have it best. Let me filter this.
Okay, I'm back.
Let me see.
Well,
here.
while you look for that, let me finish what I was saying. Because he got it. His first shot. He got his first shot.
You want the whole world to know how thick.
That's on follow. And I just think maybe he missed all his follow-up shots because he wasn't really used to having to shooting rapidly back to back like he did.
Well, not only that, he had a 30-round mag and being prone. It can be done, but for someone like him that's highly inexperienced, that probably fucked with his stability, and that's why.
Could have been a wind factor.
Wind factor because it was windy that day.
Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah.
And he because I know a lot of people that can shoot. If they wait 2-3 seconds before the next shot, they can hit the same hole. But if they shoot bang 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 bang, it's fucking all over the place.
Yep.
I used
shooting
to
under
like
pressure
that.
too, because remember he missed that first shot.
Under a lot of pressure and everything, like all that come into play. So he could have been somewhat. He wasn't no fucking Navy SEAL trained, of course, but somebody could have took and trained him for a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks on the rifle because he hit his target. That's what people seem to forget. He hit his target.
Yeah.
And to the one dude that was talking about earlier about the cops shooting, when they're missing a lot. I'm like, remember they're using handguns.
Yeah, handguns
compared to rifles. Rifles are very more stability. Which is one of the reasons why I like rifles way more than handguns, because I'm like, I can pick at you from a distance. The only two goodest things a handgun is I can maybe shoot with one hand and easy to conceal.
Yeah, it's more of a defensive tool to get to a long rifle, long gun.
Yep.
So I'm not seeing him. Is he speaking? It's got. I'm going to turn the audio on here. Oh yeah, they're playing copyrighted music, so I'm not gonna.
There he is.
He's not.
I want to see his ear.
I kind of want to see what it looked like too. I'm like, what did it look like?
How he got it bad stuff.
I would have came out with it, not bandaged. It'd be like, hey, motherfucker,
No, go
look.
head bandage. That's what I would have done, just to fuck with him.
Yeah, but
Well, he's
personally, at this
not
age,
actually
you want
doing
infection.
anything or saying anything. It's just got him
Not
coming
yet.
out.
You know he gonna speak. You know he gonna speak.
Oh, he's going to at some point.
The what? He might rip it off during a speech.
I
Be
hope
like,
he
"Yeah,
does.
Go ahead, take a look at it.
See, if I am, I would have played it off like have a head bandaged and start taking it off and stuff and making a whole bunch of speech with that.
But at his age, you probably do want to cover it up, because of infections.
Let me get the rest of these super chats here. Practical Bacon says, with his accuracy, definitely a 6.5 Creedmoor user.
Well, I was about to say that because Matt, you were saying like, oh, I thought you were going to say any of us could take the shot. What would we be able to do? I was going to say, yeah, I got a 6.5 bolt gun, so that really stops your air.
Yeah. Let's see. We got one from Preston Garvey. Says Ruger American takes AR mags and is chambered in 5.56. This is true. That would have been a better fucking choice than the fucking AR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it would have been a better choice.
Let's see. Preston Garvey says, I got that one already. HBO Matt says, we all know Shinzo Abe is the one who saved Trump. See you, Space Cowboy. Shinzo Abe? What am I missing?
Shinzo Abe.
Shinzo Abe? I don't know what the fuck that shit is. Who's Shinzo Abe? I gotta look that shit up. I don't even know who the fuck that is.
I don't either.
Oh, is this the dude? Oh, this is the dude that got shot in Japan, right? This is the the guy that got killed with a homemade shotgun in Japan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I got it now. I got it now. I get it. Got it. Good. Sorry, I didn't know. I mean, I probably at some point knew that dude's name when it was news, but now I don't know. All right, let's see. What else do we got out there? Secret Service are blaming local law enforcement and says it was tasked with securing property surrounding Trump's rally. So Secret Service is blaming local law enforcement. Even though clearly local law enforcement fucking tried to do something and told the Secret Service, and then Secret Service still didn't fucking do anything.
I'm sorry, you're tasked with protecting the fucking president's life, and you're going to lay the responsibility of that on local law enforcement? Are you fucking kidding me? No, you don't do that.
Hey, they supposed to trust each other.
Bullshit. Not in a situation like that.
No.
When it comes to something like that, that's way too serious.
So I don't know if this is. I don't know if this is true. Okay? We have no idea. I think this was posted on Reddit or something. So we don't know if this is even legitimately true at all. Maybe we'll find out soon. Jonathan Willis, the officer in the famous photo of the two snipers on the roof at the Trump rally, has informed the public that he had the assassin in his sight for 3 minutes, but the head of Secret Service refused to give the order to take out the perpetrator. They prevented him from stopping the assassin before he took shots at the president. Now, the problem with this is, a lot of problems with this, is that they've already put out there that there was no restriction on the order to shoot. They had full permission. And by the way, that's normal. That's normal in a situation like this with Secret Service. They have the right to shoot if they perceive a threat. Like right off the bat. So I don't know. So that we don't know if this is even true. Again, this is some Reddit post looking thing.
It was on 4chan, and they're just being 4chaners.
Yeah, right. And so I don't know that I believe that at all. But
Oh, by the way, Vandre, if you do see a tornado, make sure to have your camera on so we can get the clicks.
Right. No, it wasn't a tornado. It's the area going off because the British are coming.
Right.
Vandre's gonna be the new follower.
Hey, let's hear it. Hear it with you guys.
So Daniel dropped in a super chat here. He says, you see they were aware the fag was there for 26 minutes? I hadn't seen the 26 minutes thing. I mean, they knew the guy was there. They as we had talked about, the police had been alerted that there was a suspicious guy in the crowd. quite a bit before he ever got on the roof, and they were trying to go through the crowd. They had reported to Secret Service there was a suspicious guy on the grounds, and he still had time to get searched for in the crowd and get up on the roof, and the cop was able to get called over by the crowd to be told he was on the roof, and he was able to get on the ladder and climb up to the roof and have the dude point the gun at him and force him to withdraw. But all before it happened. So I don't know about the 26 minutes. I haven't heard that specific amount of time yet, but obviously more than enough time. So now somebody in the chat, FN Rob says, who sells 50-round boxes of 223-556? I don't know. It doesn't. I didn't read this whole story. It didn't say. Maybe it does somewhere. If he bought a 50-round box or if he just bought 50 rounds. They do make 50-round boxes of 556. I have some. I don't remember what they are. Well, the 50-round boxes I have maybe like fucking import steel case shit. I'm not sure.
I wouldn't know.
It says he bought 50 rounds of ammo the morning of the shooting. It doesn't say specifically what kind of ammo it was, if it was just one 50-round box, anything like that. So I don't know. I'm not sure. But that's what's being reported here. We already talked about the JD Vance thing. That's what these articles are about. People saying JD Vance is an American fucking hero and shit. I don't know. We talked about the Demolition Ranch thing at the beginning of the chat, so we know about that. I thought that he put up a good video about that. People coming out of the woodwork, former quote-unquote classmates, saying that he was a loner and all this stuff.
Of course.
Typical stuff we hear about anybody like this. And look, there's good reason why. Is because most people who are mentally disturbed enough to do something like this are usually the type of people who are loners and get picked on and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, there's nothing really new there. Just people coming out and going, yeah, he was a loner and he didn't really have friends in high school and blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, that doesn't really tell us anything, to be honest. Like, we all could have guessed that. So, now they are saying, this was the first article I saw that showed this. He was a nursing home worker. He was a nursing aide. Apparently was the job he was doing. He was working at a local nursing home. Hadn't heard anything about that, about what his job. I knew it had said he was not in college. I saw that, but apparently he worked at a nursing home. So we have that. I'm just trying to look. Here's the point of the chat tonight. Just try and give you guys as much information as possible. So
He changed one too many depends and couldn't take it anymore.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't want that job. It might make you crazier than you already are.
That's where you find the good drugs at, though.
Yeah.
I tell you, the chick from head of the Secret Service, she needs to fucking step down and go away.
Yeah, that was a DEI hire.
Yeah, because
she's making the.
Here's the thing.
They already called for her to resign, and she said no.
More so than not being able to holster her pistol, because while that's dumb for somebody who's been trained, like at least I, as a normal human being, can look at it and kind of go, okay, maybe she just freaked out. Everything had just happened in the crowd, whatever. It shouldn't have happened, but whatever. What gets me is and you can see it, we've watched the video 1,000 fucking times at this point, the time she takes to cover the president. At first, she gets up when the shots are going off, and she is about a full 2 feet behind the other Secret Service agent who is on the president, and she's ducking down and looking around like she's taking cover for herself.
Yeah.
That's what bugs me more than anything else. Is not that she couldn't holster her fucking pistol. Okay, shit happens, whatever. I'm not going to get into that. It's that when the moment arose and what she's supposed to do as a Secret Service agent, if you sign up for this fucking job, you're supposed to be willing to take a fucking bullet for somebody. And she seems more concerned with taking cover for herself than doing her fucking job.
Yeah.
And that's what concerned me about her. Now, she does eventually get up, and then she goes and joins the group hug around Donald Trump when they're taking him off and after they get him up off the ground. But at first, she's not doing that. She's like, doing this shit.
And then, judging by her height, the only thing she was able to cover is his penis.
His penis.
Pretty
She
much,
was
yeah.
the designated penis security
That
agent.
is important. That is very important.
Yeah, that is.
I mean, look.
I'd rather you take my.
I mean, Melania still needs it, so.
I mean, look. I'd rather get hit in the ear than the dick. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It just take off the
So
tip.
she may have had a very important job. However, she didn't fucking do it because she wouldn't get anywhere near him. Not at first, anyway.
Yeah, she's a fucking joke.
To be fair, her stubby legs, she probably couldn't get over there quick enough.
Yeah, fucking quota higher.
Jesus Christ. So what else do we have out there? Oh, we got another super chat here. HBO Matt says, guy scouted the roof earlier. Abe memes in Discord. Oh, in politics in Discord, there's Abe memes. We got fucking Abe memes now.
Well, that's like I was saying yesterday on Honest Channel. There's one that was in there I thought was funny. It was a keychain, like 3 keychains looped together.
Yeah, I saw that one, yeah.
That was fucking great. It was Abe was top, and then JFK, and then Trump hanging by his ear.
Let's see. Somebody posted a picture of Abe. Mr. President, why did you suddenly turn your head? Well, for a moment, I thought I heard the voice of an old friend, and it's a picture of him, of the prime minister who got taken out. It says, apparently a 2-mile gust of wind was blowing that pushed away the bullet from Trump's head. A divine wind, a kamikaze. They're saying Abe saved him. Abe saved President Trump. Abe's ghost saved President Trump.
That's awesome.
All right, JD Vance. Yes, we've talked about this already. Let's see. Anything new? Let's see. I don't know who this dude is speaking. I mean, Trump doesn't look like he's getting up to speak anytime soon. So
it's important for him to be there in the limelight right now, especially after what happened.
Is that? That's
that looks like
what's her face?
Genie like a bottle.
No, that's looks like
Amber Rose. Amber Rose.
Amber Rose, thank you. I was like, is that fucking Amber Rose at the RNC?
That's wild. Let's hear it.
Hold on. Is that her?
Doing,
Looks like her.
That's the RNC Hot Tour girl.
From South Philadelphia.
That's the original.
Wait, hold on. They said her name. That is Amber Rose.
Yeah, Amber Rose.
Holy shit.
On the mega powers.
I know Amber Rose. Trust me, I done put that in a couple times.
Dude, I wonder if Wiz Khalifa's upset right now. What the fuck is my baby mama doing at the RNC?
All you gotta do Google.
I'm waiting for 50 did his little music, so I'm wondering if Trump ever gonna pop up in one of those situations.
You think Wiz Khalifa and Amber
is a
Rose
secret Republican.
Well, no, he said he was voting for Trump. He ain't had to be secret about it.
Oh, Wiz did?
No, 50.
Oh,
50 always been.
Oh, yeah. Dude, he was putting up that fucking. Did you see it at that concert over the weekend?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering one day he's gonna do that. He's gonna have Trump appear or something, or if he comes out.
Yeah, I didn't see the concert. What happened?
He had a picture. Okay, so a lot of people were sharing this meme online of like a picture of 50 Cent in his bulletproof jacket with like a fucking Trump head on it, but somebody put Trump's head on it, and it was a meme that was floating around. So 50 Cent had it on the fucking screen behind him at his concert this weekend. That fucking meme up there.
Right there.
Yeah, it was fucking funny and great.
But anyway, I'm wondering why Amber Rose is there, but good for her, I guess.
No, good for them because that's a sight to see.
Yeah. You know Wiz Khalifa fucking is mad he fucking lost that.
Yeah, but her ass was always crazy, so I didn't ever care for Amber Rose.
All right.
Yeah, she's just something to look at. He ain't too mad.
Wait, does he have a kid by her?
Yeah, they have two.
Yeah. The only thing he got to look too bad is his paycheck.
Yes, probably it. I don't know. I like Wiz Khalifa, man. I've been listening to Wiz Khalifa.
I got no read with him.
Fucking 15 years. Anyway, let's see. Patriot of the Dark dropped another super chat. Says JD Vance wrote Hillbillyology. Sorry, Hillbillyology, the Netflix movie. Hillbillyology, Netflix, the movie. What? Hillbillyology? Is that a real thing? I got to look this up. Hold on.
Yeah, I think so, because I was seeing people post that earlier when we first started talking about JD Vance.
Hillbillyology? There's Hillbilly Elegy. Is that what you're talking about? Hillbilly Elegy?
Probably. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't see Hillbillyology. I see Hillbilly Elegy, which is a movie I've heard of. I've never watched it because it fucking doesn't look like anything.
Is it by
rat's
JD
ass
Vance?
about, but it was one of these fucking Oscar movies that they like made just to win Oscars or some shit. That's what it looked like anyway. I don't know. By the way, searching for Hillbillyology, I found a new movie that I now have to watch called Fat Guy with a Shotgun, Hillbilly Prophecy. And I'm just saying, it popped up in my search. Here's the tagline: when the apocalypse,
is that you?
Here's the tagline: when the apocalypse begins, all that can stop hell on earth is a fat guy with a shotgun. Oh my god! I have to watch this fucking movie.
So it's better than Hobo with a Shotgun?
I'm gonna watch this movie because Jesus Christ, that tagline is from 2017.
Yeah, they're saying that it's that one. It's Hillbilly Elegy.
Hillbilly Elegy was written by JD Vance. Or it was, I guess somebody was saying earlier he wrote a book that they based a movie off of. So maybe that's what it is. What is this movie about? Urgent phone call that pulls Yale law student back to his Ohio hometown where he reflects on 3 generations of family history and his own future. Oh, so is that him? Who the fuck has got like a fucking Amber Alert going on?
Yeah, that was my phone. That was the tornado warning.
Oh, tornado. Okay.
Tornadoes in Chicago.
Do you need to get to cover? Go get in the bathtub, man.
I just let it happen.
Well, don't let the tornado catch you in the toilet, man.
Right.
Riots in the chat says, I don't remember having a movie deal. Well, apparently you did. And they made a movie about your life called Fat Guy with a Shotgun. So, I mean, there you go.
Yeah, let's watch that. Dad, is that you?
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna try to watch it. If it, sometimes you watch a movie and like 5 minutes in, you're like, nah, this movie's fucking awful. I'm gonna give Fat Guy with a fucking Shotgun a try. I tell you what, I'll give Hillbilly Elegy a try. Just for shiggles to see. It doesn't sound like it really has anything to do with politics. It's
probably that Hallmark quality.
Well, no, this was an Oscar-winning movie. I remember this movie, which is why I didn't want to watch it, because I hate those Oscar bait movies that they make just to fucking. That's got like Glenn Close and shit in it. You know what I mean? Amy Adams, Glenn Close. Like, it's one of those movies they make to like, oh, we're making this movie to win an Oscar, so they get a bunch of fucking, high-end directors and producers to make a fucking movie and
what's the name of that movie where that was it the Prime Minister had to learn how to speak or some shit?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. The
King's Speech.
King's Speech. There you go.
Yeah, I'm talking about something more close to that.
Yeah, there you go. But it looked like one of those movies, and those movies don't fucking interest me. So I'll give it a try, though. I'll give it a try. We'll see if I can get through it. So I have no idea. Is there any other news going on in the world tonight? I don't think so.
Nothing except there's supposed to be a bunch of tornadoes in Illinois.
By the way, that gives me. This is what I need help with, guys, and I don't know how we're going to do this because I can't do a poll like this. But since a lot of people love this, and I'm doing this, I'm not, by the way, not going to do this to make money. So please just understand that. I'm going to post this stuff up for cost. But if you're interested, and if you are, cool. If you're not, who gives a shit? Whatever. I don't care. I was bored today, so I was making some stuff, and I was like, I should put this on a T-shirt. But I just need to know which one you guys like the best that you would like to see on a T-shirt. Again, I'm going to put it on Teespring, and I'm just going to post it at the cost of the shirt, and I'm probably going to pick like the cheapest shirt that you can find and post it up there. So if for whatever, because I see people jumping on this bandwagon and they're selling these shirts for 25, 30, 35, 40 bucks. That's bullshit. You can get these shirts cheaper than that, usually starting at around the $15 mark if Teespring hasn't raised their prices. So I wanted to see if I could put together some shirts that you guys can pick up that ain't going to make me no fucking money, but that you guys can have a shirt if you like. But like I said, I want to know which one you guys like, because I came up with several different not designs. I basically just I did some I have an editing software where I can do different stuff with pictures and stuff like that. So I posted up this picture, which everybody's talking about, and I did it in several different styles so I can put it on a T-shirt. Again, not fucking, this is not about making money. I'm going to post this for fucking whatever the T-shirt costs.
That's just a fucking awesome picture.
Yeah, but I did.
That's my Facebook profile picture.
So I did several different ones. I just redid it in different art styles. So we've got a few of them. I don't know which. I've got like 12 of them, 10 or 12 of them. I don't know which ones people like best. I kind of like this one personally. I don't know. That's the one I like, but kind of the darker color. I like that one. That's my vote. This one's a little weird looking. I don't know how good that T-shirt.
We need to find one without the DEI hire.
Just this one's not my favorite, but I wanted to give people options. You know what I'm saying? We got a black and white sketch photo, kind of like an old school picture or something like that. This one's a,
almost inverted.
Can delete that.
This one here. This one's kind of a pixeled fucking pop art photo. I like this one too. This one I like too.
It looks like he got attacked by Wolverine. Like he's got slashes across his face.
Yeah. Then there's this one, kind of like if it was an old photo that you can.
I kind of like that one just because it takes out the DEI bitch.
This one would look good on a black T-shirt.
It would.
Then there's this one here. Again, these are just different ones that I came up with. This one, for some reason, when I did it, makes him look more like Joe Biden, which I don't like. Doesn't it though?
Yeah.
It makes him look more like fucking Joe Biden. So I don't really like that one.
Are you gonna add words to some of these shirts? Because some of them can kind of make good, like, make.
I can put words on it. I can do anything that you guys want. So
because he was saying fight.
Yeah.
Now this one's fire. Like the cell shading.
I like this one. Yeah, with the cell shading. I like that one. So the ones that I would vote for are
like the black and white
shading. Let's name them here. The cell shading, not the Biden one. I like this one, and I like pop art. So we got what do we got? We got cell shading. We've got old photo. We got pop art. And then this one's my favorite one, which is just dark tone colors. Like you can still see the red.
Yeah, the dark tone one I like.
Yeah,
so,
I like that one too.
Out of those,
really see a scar.
Out of those four, I think I should do a poll. Which one you guys like the best? Let me do this. I'm gonna try and do a poll, and then I'll put that one on a T-shirt. I'll mark it at the cost of the T-shirt on Teespring, and then when I get them posted up, I'll let you guys know. Where did my polls go?
You got to go into YouTube.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I got to hit the plus sign now. Okay.
The poll is in your pants.
The poll is in my pants. Okay, so we've got dark tone, which is this one right here. Then the next one that I like personally is this one. This one's pop art. Then the next one is old photo. And then the last one is this one here, which is the kind of cartoony. What would you call it? What'd you call that again, Leo?
The cell shading.
Cell shading.
Yeah.
Cell shading. All right, so which pig? All right, so I'm going to put that in the poll. We'll just let it run till the end of the chat because keep it going. And you guys can vote whichever one you like. Again, we got pop art, or we got cell shading, we got old photo, we got pop art, and then my personal favorite, which is the dark tones. I like the dark tones one. I
like the dark tones too, but that other one where it kind of hides her face is just even better.
Which one? This one kind of hides her face. That one totally hides her fucking face.
Yeah, that one's my favorite just because it blocked that dumb bitch out.
Yeah. So whichever one, and then like I said, I'll put one of these on a fucking T-shirt, and like I said, I'll mark it at cost. So you guys, if again, not pushing anybody on anything, if you guys want a T-shirt of this, which I know a lot of people do, and I'm seeing fuckers online fucking gouging on T-shirt prices when I know full well how much these fucking Teespring T-shirts and shit cost. I'm seeing people post $40 pictures of this on fucking line. That's bullshit.
So real quick, Matt, if you go to my Teespring, I've got the same T-shirt for $199.99. And
oh wow!
Yeah, it's a great deal.
It sounds like a fantastic deal.
It's basically cost plus a small percentage for the channel.
Just for a little bit goes to the channel.
Does your boxes come with it?
No.
Well, so far the dark tone one is winning, which I'm happy about because that's the one I like the most.
Man,
I like that one. I just like the dark tones. It looks cool.
Same.
And is there anything you would like anybody wants me to put on the shirt? Because I can put like fight over here on the side or something.
Or Make America Great Again, all of those stuff.
And the MAGA thing's overused. I'm not gonna. Yeah. Plus, I think MAGA's actually like copywritten. So I don't think you can put that on stuff. I think that's MAGA's actually copywritten.
Shake your ammo.
Or fight for your country.
Or
I like the fight. I think that one makes the most sense because that's what he was saying.
Yeah. Didn't he say America first and then fight?
I don't know. I heard the fight, but I would vote for fight because it makes the most sense given the picture.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%. That needs to be on there.
Yeah.
So, but y'all, no, just keep voting in the chat for which one you like. And then I'll try and throw together a T-shirt. And Patriots of the Dark says Wolverines. I like that one too, by the way.
Yeah.
I'll try to get it together and get it up on Teespring so that by Wednesday night when we do the chat, if you guys want to get one of these shirts, I might get one too because I kind of like it. Go
to ehonda.com, $799 for the hat. I've got a hat with the same thing on it. It's $900, $1,000 for the hat.
Well, like I said, they're gonna go crazy with this. You're probably gonna see it on guns, stickers, and stuff you can put on your car. If I get stickers, I'm just gonna fuck with the government building here and place them everywhere. You know.
And by the way, real quick, I just want to put this out there. The reason I'm doing this because people are price gouging. Dude, anybody can do this. It's real fucking simple. Okay, This is fucking easy to do. You take this picture. I use a program called what's it called? I got to pull it up because I forget what it's fucking called. It's called Be Funky. Be Funky. BEFUNKY is the program I use. It's a photo editing and like it's a thing. It's an online software, so you have to subscribe to it. I think they do have a free version, but it might have like a fucking logo or something on it. I don't remember because I pay for it because I use it to do thumbnails and stuff. So it's something that I like to use. It doesn't cost me. I think it cost me I want to say like $30 a year or something like that. It's not bad, but anybody can do this, dude. It's cheap. Don't fucking go out there and spend a fuck ton of money on goddamn merch. You can make your own merch. You can hit picture together with using your fucking computer very, very simply. The program I use, Be Funky, fucking does it all for you. I just tell it what I want. It fucking does it. And then you can there are plenty of places that'll print stickers for you, print hats for you, print T-shirts for you, all that kind of stuff. I just thought I'd do it because I already have a Teespring fucking shop. and it's easier for me to put it out there. So
How much does it cost for stickers? Like if I just give them an image.
I can put stickers on Teespring too, and I think the stickers are like $4 to $5, something like that for a sticker.
Well, no, I meant like if I want to buy a whole bunch.
A whole bunch, dude. You can get stickers now. It depends on how big you want. I've seen stickers go for as low as like 50 cents a piece, but you have to buy like 100 at least. And I don't know, the sizes usually start at like 2x2, like a little 2-inch by 2-inch sticker. So it depends on how big you want the stickers to be. Obviously, the bigger they are, the more they're going to cost. And then the less you order, the more they're going to cost. Stickers are a little different from T-shirts, which is why I can put some stickers out there. I can take this picture once I get on Teespring. Teespring sells fucking shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, pants, coffee mugs, magnets, fucking stickers. I can put this on a bunch of shit, and if you want to order it, you can. I'll put everything at whatever the cost is. But that's, I mean, but if you want to save money, you got to buy a lot. You got to like go to a place. If you want stickers like cheap, you got to buy like a fucking 100 of them at least, and go to a place and have them print them for you and all this shit, which again is not difficult to do. None of this shit's difficult to do. Don't fucking blow money on bullshit. Okay, please. I mean, listen, like, if like Trump comes out with his own merch that like fucking supports his campaign, then that's cool if that's what you want to do. But like these people that are I'm seeing, dude, I've saw so much shit in the last 24 hours pop up online. People are like, oh, buy this shit, buy this shit, buy this shit, buy this shit. And it's like $45 fucking T-shirts that like fucking go for $15 to $20 on Teespring. I'm like, dude, these people are fucking just ganking you.
I just want to forewarn you, Matt.
Waste your money.
I might make one of those
$100 Trump shoes with the, I don't know, never mind.
I mean, the image I have on here.
I'm seeing a bunch of people in the chat ask if any of these are chat-worn shirts. No, they're not.
Yeah, I think you should definitely wear it and then ship it out. We want to smell you.
That's what you should do.
No, I may order one, but remember, I have to pay for it too. It's not like I get these shirts for fucking free.
What was that chick who was selling her bath water?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And there was some guy who drank it and got like really sick and ended in the hospital. You remember that?
Yep. Yeah, that was retarded.
I do.
But hey, Matt, you know you have to be careful because it happened to you before, but I guarantee PSA is going to come out with a lower with this picture on it saying "fight, fight, fight."
Well, I'm not the first one to come up with this idea. I was the first one to come up with hashtag one more. That was my fucking hashtag. Period.
No, I know, I'm just saying they're going to do it.
Everybody's had this idea. This is whatever. But
everybody's gonna do their own little custom style one. Like I might get like a little patch I might make out of the one that's the image that's on mine, where it shows Trump right there, but it's like an anime style. But it's from but it's closely related to an anime most people know. Which probably certain anime people are definitely gonna be pissed off about.
All right, let me see. I got some super chats here I got to get to. Calvin says, read my last chat, to which he said, Willie shirts be worn. Will be chat worn asking for a friend. Yeah, of course. Yeah. See, y'all fucking whatever. Preston Garvey says, I heard him say you got to fight for your right to party. I like that too. I think the fight. Now, let me ask you this: would you guys? How about this? We'll let the poll run for a few more minutes. Then I'll do another one. Would you rather have it just be the image, or would you rather have it be the image with the words "fight, fight, fight" on it? And I'll let you.
Fight would be more better.
It's got to have the fight, fight, fight.
You know what you should do?
For me, the image speaks for itself. So
you should.
You're gonna have a bunch of people already doing that with the.
Maybe I do one of each. I don't know.
You should put your watermark on it somewhere, so like you can be like Mr. Guns and Gear.
Yeah, Mr. Guns and Gear. Oh, this is my picture.
Never Enough Ammo TM Trump 2024. MAGA.
Yeah, did you guys see he was wearing a Demolition Ranch shirt?
Yep, we talked about that earlier in the chat.
Did you see Matt Carricker came out with a video today?
I saw his video. Yeah, I thought it was a good video. I thought he did a good job.
He addressed it.
Yeah. Calvin says, wear the shirts to the gym, get all those extra flavors baked in.
And then you can charge $200.
Then I can charge a lot. Yes.
Yeah.
Then I can charge a lot of money for it. But anyway, yeah, I just don't want to see. This is a good image. I like what it represents. I just don't want to see people overpaying for bullshit because people are just trying to make money. So that's why I thought I can throw some T-shirts up. It doesn't Doesn't take me but anything but a little bit of time. So this took, I mean, to come up with all these pictures took me like 15 minutes today while I was at lunch. You know what I mean? So it didn't take me long to put this together. It won't take me long to fucking get the photo onto some shirts over on Teespring and get them up and available. So it doesn't take me much. And, you know, if it can save you some fucking money, then cool. Because I'm seeing people buy these fucking shirts and shit. And I'm like, God damn, dude, I wouldn't spend that much fucking money on this. I can make one of these myself. So
Yeah, I probably should do a custom gun patch and a shirt and do a bunch of stickers just to piss off people.
Yeah. So anyway, what else do we have? What else do we have out there? Oh, Calhoun says Demo should have taken the opportunity to endorse Trump. Dude, Matt does not talk politics on his channels, any of them. He never has. He never has. I used to know Matt. This was over 10 years ago before his channel got big. He's a very nice guy. He does not want his channel and never has wanted his channel to be about politics. He will occasionally speak out on a shooting as it relates to gun rights, but he does not speak out about politics. That's his deal. Nobody should expect him to because he's never fucking done it. I know what his personal opinions are. I think we can all fucking guess who he's going to vote for. Okay? But he's not going to talk about politics. I did not expect him to talk about politics in that video. His channel's never been about that. So,
okay, radical idea. Trump ear protectors.
Yes, I love this. I love this. Earmuffs, Trump earmuffs,
sort of bulletproof or bullet deflecting earmuffs, so that they can deflect a bullet
Trump
that comes in at a particular angle. You know
what I was thinking was, is the earmuffs, should they be like his face, or should they just be like the fuzzy orange earmuffs that just look like his hair, just the Trump hair? So you can have
you also got to come out with some ear pro with the right ear being clipped.
Well, the way that Honda brought that out, like, this is going to happen. There's going to be people going to cons or Halloween. They're going to be dressed up in with that ear messed up and stuff.
Yep.
I knew a guy who had his ear messed up in birth. He had like one ear that was all fucked up because he was just born like that. And we called him Ear Clops.
It's a loving nickname.
We should call Trump Ear Clops too.
Ear Clops, yeah. All right, so I'm going to end the poll. It's not changing. Everybody likes the dark tone one by 54%. But we're just going to end it there because, like, it's obvious that's the one people want to go with, which I'm happy with because that's the one I like the best. So now we're going to do a poll. Fight, fight, fight. Let's see. I know which way this poll is going to fucking go. Okay, so I'm gonna start the poll.
Did you guys talk about JD Vance yet?
We did. We did talk as extensively as we could, since most of us had no fucking clue who he was before like a month ago.
Why is it Trump always picks someone no one fucking expects? Like,
it's like with what's his fuck, right? Like the only thing I knew about him was that the left hated him for being anti-gay, right? Like that's all I knew about the dude.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's picking people that nobody fucking knows. I
think he should have picked Vivek Ramaswamy because it's like, okay, go ahead and kill me. See what happens.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, we were talking about this last week. Vivek is a fucking extraordinary communicator. He is great in front of a camera. He's great in interviews. He's great at rallies. He would be the best hype man for Donald Trump. But he went with JD Vance, who I'd know jack and shit about, and Jack left town. So,
I still like that comment that someone made earlier that on the signs they would only have to change a couple letters from Pence to Vance.
Let's see. Well, so I was really expecting both to be the winner here, but so far, yes is winning. So they just want fight, fight, fight.
How about something else like, hey, man, nice shot?
That's true. I still like the one that says Wolverines.
Yeah,
I could pretty easily edit an AK into his hands.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
like the fucking picture of Wolverines. I might do that too. Actually, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, that might be a surprise T-shirt.
You could also put underneath "You missed."
Oh, I like Engine Guy. Tis but a scratch.
Tis but a scratch.
I don't think that's from Monty Python though. I think that's from.
But see, that's
Romeo and Juliet.
funnier because he got majorly injured. Trump didn't. Like if Trump was missing an arm and then it said "tis but a scratch," that would be funnier.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it was from Monty Python, his arm would be gone, and they'd be like, "Oh, it's just a scratch."
Hey, Leo, you doing good over there? Or is he still here?
The tornado got him.
Yeah, Van Drake just posted, said there was 2 tornadoes there in Chicago.
Oh, sweet.
He might have lost internet or something.
Hopefully, it goes through the part where everyone. No, wait, never mind.
Maybe his house will land on a witch.
Don't get caught in the toilet.
Lele's in the chat posted a link, says Trump's VP pick, Senator J.D. Vance called. This is from Everytown. So this is from anti-gunners. So they obviously don't like him because this is their bullet points on him. Called gun violence fake problems. Okay. Opposes expanding federal background checks and red flag laws. All right. Supports arming teachers. Yeah. Advocated to abolish federal agency that enforces gun laws. All right. Took nearly $500,000 from the NRA for his 2022 Senate campaign. And that's where I'm not in agreement here. Fuck the NRA.
Fuck them.
Fuck them in their ass. Yeah. But the other things I like. So far sounds better than Mike Pence. So,
or you could say mortem tyrannus means death to tyrants.
You could.
I mean, I knew who JD Vance was. I like him. I got some buddies I played.
Like I said, I had heard of him.
He's good.
I had heard of him. Like I was aware there was a politician named JD Vance, and I might have seen something he had said from time to time, possibly. I don't remember what. But until about a month ago, I could not, without a doubt, say, I knew him in any significant way. And even now, I don't really know. I just know he's now Trump's VP pick. So, let's see. Preston Garvey dropped another super chat. Thank you, sir. It says, make a shirt that says, "You're fired." That's not bad. That's a good one, too.
Well, we know that earlier we were saying we thought JD Vance was like some kind of company or something, business.
Sounds like a company name.
By the way, on the T-shirts, I don't know if anybody gives a shit. I was just gonna pick the cheapest T-shirt that fucking Teespring has because those are the ones that are I don't know, $15 to $20 somewhere in there. They do have more expensive shirts. I think if I don't put it on a shirt, you can't buy it. You can't just fucking, well, I don't want it in this shirt. I want it in this nicer fucking, they have one that's called a tri-blend fucking, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm going to put it on the cheapest shirt they fucking have. That's what I'm going to do. If you want something else, I mean, let me know. Maybe I'll put it on a more expensive shirt, but.
Which is what? What's their cheapest shirt?
It's $15 to $20, somewing in there.
What brand though?
Dude, they don't post what brand it is. They just fucking, say that they'll give you a description of oh, it's a poly blend, or it's 100% cotton, or it's a tri blend, or it's this, or it's that. And they have one that's just called it's their premium T-shirt, but it doesn't, they don't tell you what brands or where they bought them from or anything like that.
The storm just knocked my power out.
We were wondering what happened. We thought maybe you was hiding in the fucking bathtub or something.
You had 2 tornadoes there, bro.
Yeah, I know. I got the notifications on my phone.
Yeah, one was close to O'Hare.
It just knocked my power out for a second. Yeah.
How about 42 seconds? Because that's how long the police sniper had the assassin in his crosshairs before he shot.
Yeah, that'd be a good shirt. Oh yeah, you should. Yeah, Matt, you should definitely do that.
Yeah, it doesn't speak to this image though. That's the thing. Like fight, Wolverines, shit like that speaks to what is going on and what this image represents.
Image?
I mean,
Did
it
you say
also
image?
represents what's going on right now with all the bullshit.
You could also put, thank you, homeless security.
No, that's if I put a Biden fucking. I should make some Biden shirts. There's so much. There's so much you could make fun of Biden
hilarious. Homeless
you
security.
So fucking make fun of Biden. There's so many. We end the chat every fucking night with the ridiculous, retarded shit he has said.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's see. Boob Sweat says, please include big sizes. Well, they come. The sizes don't like. I don't have control over that. You just order the size you want. They'll put it on whatever size shirt you want. It's just I have to pick the types of shirts. So the sizes is they'll small, medium, large, extra large, XXL, and I think they go triple XL. I think they'll go up to triple XL. I think, but I'm not sure. It's been a while. I haven't put a new shirt on fucking Teespring in a long time. So it's like the same fucking, I don't know, 5 or 6 designs I've had for fucking years on that fucking website. So I don't fucking know. Anyway, where are we at?
What about some kind of Tupac reference?
Do what?
Like a Tupac reference? Because he's got more street cred. Like he's got 3 baby mamas. He's been shot. He's been convicted of felonies. You know.
Yep. Yeah, he's dude. I mean, let's be honest. Like this dude's been in more fucking a fucking lyric in more fucking rap songs than just about anybody else. Like he literally has. Donald Trump has been in many fucking rap songs because in the 80s and 90s he was like an icon. He was like a standard of like, I want to achieve that level of fucking, I live in a house where everything's made of fucking gold. You know what I mean?
He was on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
He was. He was on Home Alone too.
Home Alone.
He was an icon for a very long time. Everybody used to like Donald Trump and found him very entertaining. The Apprentice was actually a very, very highly rated television show for a very fucking long time. He used to, dude, I mean, fucking the Clintons went to his wedding with Melania. Like, up until he announced he was going to run as a Republican, everybody fucking loved the dude. Everybody fucking loved the dude.
That's what I be trying to tell people. He didn't become a racist, Hitler, or none of that shit until he was fucking 70 years old.
Yeah.
Now tell me what kind of sense does that make?
I mean, you've seen the people come out, like the fucking, there's been several like pastors and preachers in New York that are pastors and preachers at black churches that are like, do you know how much money he's given to the black community and to our churches over the last 30 years? Like he's been very supportive of black businesses, of black churches, black communities, all this stuff. But as soon as he ran as a Republican, he's a raging fucking racist and he's the next Hitler.
They used tiny bullets. I would have used bigger bullets. The biggest bullets, they used the smallest bullets. The bullets didn't even hit me. If I would have been the assassin, it would have been dead.
I would have tried to kill me. I would have succeeded bigly.
That's my favorite word now. Bigly.
Bigly.
Is that in the dictionary now?
It needs to be. And it should mean bigger than big. That's the meaning of the word. Bigger than big. Bigly.
Trying to see.
Yes, it is, in fact, in the Oxford Language Dictionary, bigly. To a great extent or a large scale, we are going to reduce taxes bigly, is the example.
Let's see.
Bigger than big.
Oh, wait, Donald Trump. Hold on. Is Donald Trump going up to the stage?
Uh-oh.
He's walking through the crowd. Oh, no, he wasn't going to the stage. It's ending. So they let him walk out first. So I guess it's ending for the night. So no, he's not. Okay, I thought maybe he was going to make a speech. I was like, well, we'll watch his speech, but he's not. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for tonight. We are pretty much done. We'll be back on Wednesday with more Guns and Geeks podcast. Honda, you doing a chat tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Jawohl. We likes it a lot. Oh, wait, one more super chat here. Hermitage Prepper says, "You're fired," and show the picture of Secret Service. There you go. I like that. That's a good one. Anyway, I'll start working on the T-shirts probably tomorrow and try to get everything ready so that if you want to order something, you can. And then if I get it all set up, then we'll talk about it on Wednesday. But anyway, that is it for tonight. We will get you guys. We'll catch you guys next time. As always, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you watching. And deuces, yo. Shout out Peanut Fridge. Go, you know the thing. Shipping, I'm under pressure. Batacath care. Protect the troops. Let's go, Brandon. Fuck Joe Biden and all that other good stuff. And we'll see you guys next time. So take it easy, guys.